can I say? Alright, do I want to get a poll question on here or not? Okay. Alright, not really a yes or no question, but it's something different. Hello there, Bruce. How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hello there, Jesse. Hope you're doing well also. Don't really have a poll question per se, but just if you have a favorite cartoon cat. Tom from Tom and Jerry. Tom is a classic. Sylvester also with Tweety Bird. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, those are both, if I'm thinking correctly, those are both tuxedos, aren't they? I think. Hi, Mr. Chang. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. Excuse me, guys. Finally decided to go to an urgent care today, since today was a telework day, work-wise, so there wasn't really much to do. Also had an ear infection also for a urgent care visit. Hello there, Elizabeth. Hope you're doing well today. I know my poll question isn't really necessarily a question, but it's just if you want to put in your favorites cartoon cat, who your favorite cartoon kitty is, go ahead and put it in the chat. Not really a question per se, but just something a little different. So what I was saying is, yeah, I had to go to the urgent care because I've had this cough going on for about a week, and got some medication, antibiotic, prednisone, all that good fun stuff for it. And also had an earache that I've been dealing with for the last like 3 or 4 days, and got some medicine for that too. So it's always fun going to urgent care. I hope everybody's doing well on this Tuesday, this election Tuesday. If you voted, great. I hope no matter what happens that we as a country can, I don't know, maybe start to get along a little bit better overall. I'm not going to talk about that too much, but it's just like, come on now, folks. You got such silliness there. So, yep, sorry there, Willie Dilly, or whatever your name is. I guess you got knocked out. All right, anyway, so Tom is he a gray and white tuxedo, Jesse? Or is he black and white tuxedo? He might be gray and white. Hello there, Joe. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully Tranquil's live is still not going, because if Tranquil live is still going, I'd rather have you hang with her until she was done. Yeah, sorry, Willie, but I'm going to have to put you in a little bit of a timeout here. I'm going to time you out for 5 minutes based on your previous comment. It's up for you if you want to stay or not, but certain comments are just not tolerated in any respectable YouTube community, including mine. So just letting you know. Joe should be on soon. Okay. All right, Joe. Joe, did you figure out that whole upgrading situation? If we're upgrading to Yoda? Mr. Liam Macardo. That is a very professional sounding name. Is this Liam Plays also? If it is, I do remember you. If not, I have no idea who you are. Joe, I think Bruce was saying something like you gotta like go to my channel or something, and you put in like there's like a see perks. If you're already a channel member, when you go to the channel, like the main page of the channel, there should be like on the right side, I think it says see perks, and I think you can change your membership that way. Hello there, Elizabeth. I hope you're doing well today. If not, Joe, then maybe you just have to cancel your current membership to apply to the new one, like the upgraded one. I'm guessing, of course, on that. I'm just not sure. Joe, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Give it that a try later and let me know. Let me know if that's if that's what works. I wish I could give you a better answer, Joe, or how to do it, but it's like I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. So far, I've had a few people talk about their favorite cartoon cats. A person said Sylvester, another person said Tom from Tom and Jerry. Is anybody old enough to remember Felix the cat? We just got Tang in here tonight. Joe Garfield. Yeah, Garfield's obviously a classic. I mean, obviously we have a Garfield type kitty here. Bruce, it looks like Bruce is saying, Joe, to go to the memberships, click it, and then choose Yoda. So maybe you can also try that, Joe, when the time comes. Hello there, Dr. Pepper Gaming. Sylvester is a classic, for sure. Joe, it's on a cat food. Oh, really? Called Felix. Elizabeth, Sylvester and Tweety had two goats that were named Sylvester and Tweety. All right, nice. Elizabeth, I've always heard that goats are good for eating grass. Like, if you have weeds and stuff like that, is that true? Hello there, Cam Cam. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate that conversation, Cam Cam, that we had about a stray kitty cats and kind of like what I would do. So I appreciate that conversation that we had yesterday. Hello there, Jake. Hello there, Cake. Hope you all are doing well. Cake, I remember you. Been a little while. Hope you've been doing well. Jake, I think you are new to this channel. Welcome. We are a cat community that does help save cats. Elizabeth, they love grass and weeds. Okay. If anybody is listening to me and they are new, we are a cat community that saves cats, loves cats, all about cats. Jake, you love cats also, and you have three of your own? Okay, what are their names, Jake? Go ahead and put them on chat if you want to. Bruce, also anything that's green. Okay. I don't think on this live stream, do these live streams for an hour. Liam, your favorite kitty from a show is from a show. It's a cat that lives with a magician. Do you know what the show's called, Liam? What I was gonna say, Cake, you're doing well. Awesome. Jake, you have Mason, Boots, and Baby Girl. Okay. Is Boots a tuxedo cat? And Jake, we also have one of our 9 cats. We do have 9 cats that we live with here, my wife and I. Uh, Her name is the baby. She's a very needy calico. So what I was trying to say a moment ago, I normally, I guess, just kind of um, talk about the community a lot and talk about the channel and what we stand for, but I'm not going to do that as much in tonight's live stream. If anybody is new, though, and they want to know a little bit more about this community, and what this channel's mission is, because I do have a mission on YouTube. I'm just not some random YouTuber or anything like that. I don't even consider myself a YouTuber. Bruce, I do appreciate the super. That $3, as you know, Bruce, every single cent of that will go and help cats in need. I appreciate that very much, friend. Cake, you already have a name for your tuxedo. Oh, what is the tuxedo's cats? What is the name you got, Cake? Jake Boots is a tuxedo. I figured with the name Boots. That's a classic tuxedo name. I know I'm definitely competing along with other people that are on this platform the whole election tonight. I figure a lot of people will probably be tuning into the election, but maybe some people are tired of, the election one way or the other and just like, yeah, let's just look at cats instead. Cake, when you get your kitty, you're gonna name him Ratchet. Is that from Ratchet and Clank, Cake? Joe, Top Cat. Yeah, I remember Top Cat. Hello there, you two. Dark Gaming and a lot of G's. What's going on? Not much. I'm just hanging with Tang here, one of 9 kitty cats. What's going on with you? How is your Tuesday going so far? And do you have any cats? Let me know in the chat. Has anybody on chat ever done any fostering of kitties? Boop. You want your little kicky toy. Those who are popping in that might be new to this channel, hello, my name is Adam, aka Catattainment. I'm hanging here with Tang. He is one of 9 cats that live with us. We are a cat community that donates every single penny from our channel to cat charities, cat shelters, cat rescue groups. We're going to be making a roughly about $350 donation or so at the end of November. If that is something that you are interested in, you want to help cats in need, and you want to be part of a loving, growing cat community that put cats first and that wants to actually make a difference in the life of real cats, then let me know in chat. And I can talk to you a little bit more about it. If not, that's cool too, and you just want to hang out and watch these kitties, I understand. Speaking of adopting and fostering, Tang here was a foster fail. My wife and I fostered a group of 5 kittens. Tang was with them. He was one of them. Also, his sister Tiny, who you'll see a little bit later in this live, she was also a foster at the time. We wound up adopting these 2, Tiny and Tang. Let's see, chat kind of froze on me here, so give me a second to kind of catch up. Yvette told you once that Oreo's got some Maine Coon. YT used to watch one cartoon cat, you forgot their name, okay. Simon's cat. Yeah, Simon's cat, Joe. I've seen Simon Cat. Simon Cat is an awesome. Is Yoda the main window cat? No, we have a few Jessie that are window kitties that are. Rosemary likes to look out of her room when she's in her room to just, she just watches the traffic. She's kind of the neighborhood spy. Yoda, Tiny, Tang, they all look through the window too. The same with Max. Joe, why do they call it a fail? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Joe. Can you explain? Tang, you got this toy in this other toy, honey. Liam, I have kids. I do. Do you know something I don't know? Joe, Rosemary's definitely a spider kitty. Yeah, she's a neighborhood snoop for sure. I'll catch her every so often when I'm in there with her, hanging out with her. You know, she'll like get a little bit of attention. She'll purr for a little bit. She'll get a little bit of a belly rub, that kind of stuff, and then she'll go up and she'll just sit at that window. Bailey, hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. And Joe, they call it a fail if you adopt. Isn't it a success? Yeah, Joe, it is, but that's just what it's just called. It's just foster fail. That's just, I guess, the term for it that is used. It wouldn't call it a fail necessarily, no, but that's just the terminology, at least out here in the U.S. I mean, Joe, I'm assuming out in the U.K., there has to be foster programs. Is it anything? Is it like, is there a term for when somebody does fostering and they wind up adopting the foster? Is there a term for that? I guess my wife is also saying that she waits for me to come home. Hello there, Pavlina. Hope you're doing well. I appreciate you hanging by and kind of stopping by and seeing what this program here is all about here. Right now, we're just hanging with Mr. Tang. We will show the other cats, though, as the live goes on for about another 45 minutes or so. Appreciate you being here. Bailey, your favorite cartoon cat is probably Garfield. Yeah, it's hard to go against Garfield. Pavlina, you had a few more people say Tom from Tom and Jerry. He's definitely a classic. Oh, Mr. Tang's belly. Pavlina, if you hang out for the whole hour or so, well, 45 minutes now, you will catch a glimpse of all of these kitties. Oh, hi, Tang. What's up? You getting that catnip kicker? Bailey, Puss in Boots, also cool. I've only seen Puss in Boots, Bailey, with what are the DreamWorks movie, the Shrek movies, right? Isn't that the cat? I think. Joe, your kitty. You know I can't say that name, so I'm just gonna call them S. Is like Tom. He antagonizes. Does he antagonize the others? Oh, gang. Oh, okay. The DreamWorks. Okay, gotcha. The Shrek movies. You get kickies. Hello there, Clarissa. Is it Clarissa Silver? Hopefully I'm saying that name correctly. Your favorite cartoon kitty is Garfield also. Do you have any cats yourself there? Yeah, something about Tang that maybe some of you don't know. He is a ham, like a ham sandwich. He is very mellow for the most part. Um, he loves his rubs. His eyes get closed, and he really enjoys this little massage on his shoulders. Joe, there was a tough cat in Bulgaria. But blind one wins. Dog makes the peace, and he jabs sneakily. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, y'all, for sniffling a little bit on you. Hello there, Rosemary. You also like the Simon Katz cartoon? You know, I wish that I had the talent to draw and to actually be an artist because I feel like I have a ton of creative ideas in me, but my problem is I don't have any talent besides being able to talk and sometimes not talk very coherently. So those are one of my few talents. Connecting with people somewhat, I guess, but I'm not sure. Oh, here's a question for y'all. If you had the capabilities of playing any musical instrument that you'd love to play, what would it be? What would be a musical instrument that if you don't know how to play now that you'd want to that you'd be able to like to play or want to play? I will say uh, I will say quickly for myself before people start putting in their answers is I'm with Joe there, the piano. And the piano and the violin for me. But if I had to pick between the piano and the violin, I probably would pick the piano. All right, Tang. What would you want to play, Tang? Would you be a heavy metal guitarist? Or would you be like a saxophone? Okay, so Joe is saying the piano, Bruce is saying the bass guitar, Elizabeth is saying the fiddle. Hello there, Tranquil. Hope you're doing well. Rosemary is saying the piano and the guitar. Pavelina is the harpa. Is it just the harp? Tranquil, never worry about being late. There is no late for me. Obviously, I appreciate it. And it's always very humbling when anybody shows up for these live streams at all. Liam, the piano, drums, and the guitar. Okay, a little triple threat there, huh? Then Rosemary, a guitar you can play anywhere, for sure, and a violin also. Any of those type of instruments that you can carry. I mean, it's not like you can carry around a baby grand piano or something like that, or an upright piano. Or I mean, you could carry around a keyboard, but a keyboard's just not the same. Hello there, Nature Dog Realms. I see you in Tranquil's live very often, so I appreciate you stopping by here and just kind of seeing what these live streams are all about right now, Nature Dog. We're just kind of hanging out with Tang. Excuse me, I do have a bit of a cold, so I'm going to sneeze and cough occasionally on this live stream. So apologies in advance. But Nature Dog, is your name is it Chris? I always like to try to call people by their names if I know their names. We're going to hang with Tang for probably a couple more minutes here, and then we're going to go into a room that has about, there should be about 7 cats in it. And then we're going to finish up with Rosemary. Chris, okay. Well, nice to meet you, Chris, officially. And also, Tranquil, I just wanted to say congratulations on that 3K mark. I know you sounded a little nervous of what to do, but, like Angela and Sydney Cat was saying, just, just follow the prompts. If you're missing something, you just wait until you get all the proper whatever you need, and it's just a step-by-step process. So try not to overthink. Not that's not the word. Not no, I don't want to say overthink it. Don't let it overwhelm you. Just take it one step at a time, and I think you'll be okay. Obviously, feel free to make a comment in one of my videos if you have a question, and I'm sure Sydney Cat or Angela also are there to help also, if and when the time is if you need help with that. Oh, Liam, on your Nintendo Switch? Tranquil, you literally overthink everything. Well, Tranquil, you're a little bit like my wife, I want to say. My wife might give me a snarky comeback or a comment on that because she is in the chat here, and my mom also, Tranquil, overthinks every single thing, every single decision, every single, every single thing in life also. I got to be honest. Sometimes I'm amazed that my mom is still in the lands of the living with us because she overstresses and she worries about every single little thing in life. Jesse, no, none of these kitties have got stuck in the tube. We have some fat cats for sure. They're Jesse, but none of them are fat enough to get stuck. Now sometimes their paw might get stuck, like on here, but not too often. Tranquil, you're an obsessive overthinker. Okay. Joe, you drive yourselves nuts. I see. Liam, I am familiar with the game Fortnite. Yes, I have never played it. I have never played it. I have seen it though. But yes, I am familiar with that. So Nature Dog. Okay, so Chris, you're a female. Okay, I just wasn't Chris could be a male or a female name. So, but all right. All right, we're going to hang out here for another minute or so, and then we're going to go and check out some other kitties. We will leave Tang to his tunnel. Those who are new to this chat or new to this live stream, maybe they've never seen a live stream, in particular Chris and Pavlina. These cats are in closed doors, and the reason that is we have Rosemary, our deaf senior kitty. She is out and about, and she does not get along with her other cats. So when she's out, the other ones are in, and vice versa. Jesse, has two cats kept a cat in the tube by laying? No, Jesse, that's never happened. That has never happened. Okay. I'm gonna attempt to get off the floor. I'm not necessarily that old, but I do have some bad knees on me. So some of you can probably understand the struggle of getting off the floor on occasion, because I'm in that camp. All right, bye, Tang. You enjoy your tunnel. All right, let's head over here. Maximus. All right, so that's Maximus, the tuxedo. On the bed, we have Yoda, the tuxedo. The calico is the baby, showing off her big mouth. The one in the back is Zelda. That is our oldest 19-year-old Tabby. Excuse me. The little chunky little fat tuxedo walking around with a fluffy poofy tail, that's Tiny. Tiny and Tang are brother and sister. They came from the same litter. Pandora, Pancakes, is the white kitty cat here. Kit is probably under the bed. I'll call Kit out in a second. Yes, these cats definitely own this house, and yes, that is the infamous Yoda, Pavlina. Yoda, this one here, to me, reminds me of Miracle, Tranquil's kitty. I think they look similar somewhat. And I think, though, Yoda's probably a bigger cat, though, overall. Miracle is kind of on the smaller side from what Tranquil's told me. Chris, to answer your question, yes, these are indoor cats. They're technically indoor-outdoor, though, because we do have a screened-in porch that we let them, hang out during the daytime for a little bit. We're out there with them, though, too. I do have a story on that I'll tell sometime about Kit. Speaking of, can I see if I can get Kit out by whistling to her? Kit. Kit. Hi, Kit. Hi, honey. I know you're a good girl because I called you and you came. See, who says cats can't be trained, right? You can train cats. In fact, I think you can train cats better than dogs because technically, not to be too controversial here, but cats are, to me, smarter than dogs. Hello there, Irma. I hope you're doing well. I have a little bit of a story I'll tell about Kit here in a little bit, but I'm going to give some more up-close shots here to some of these kitties. We'll hang out with Zelda here first. And the baby will come by. So as I was saying about Zelda, she is our oldest. She will be 20 years old next year, next January, I want to say, actually. So her birthday is coming up very soon. She is a diabetic cat. She's had diabetes for about a decade now. She is very well regulated with her diabetes. Recently, she has been diagnosed with kidney failure. Basically, one of her kidneys is shut down. I think it's her left one. So her right one is obviously working on overtime now, working more. And because of that, we started giving her sub-Q fluids about 2 months now or so. And it's definitely helping her maintain a high quality of life. Hi, Pandora. Yes, I know. It's all about your big old head, isn't it, honey? So, a little backstory about Pandora, or not Pandora, Zelda, I mean. When we moved from Arizona, my wife and I moved from Arizona to North Carolina back in 2008, and Zelda is now the only original of our 3 Arizona cats that are still alive. The other 2 have passed on. But Zelda's she's still hanging with us, doing strong, doing well for the most part. Kind of pull back a little bit here from the shots. Irma, I always seem to have something. I feel like as long as I'm working in the germ factory known as an elementary school, excuse me, sorry, I'm always going to be coughing or sneezing or catching some kind of disease from these kids. So thankfully, I'm not going to be working in a school for too much longer, and I'm going to start working my way, going back into school myself, and going back into the medical field. Those who don't know, I used to work in physical therapy as a technician for about 15 years. Took a little side turn into education for about 5 or 6 years, but looking to go back into the medical world again. So this is the baby. She's a grumpy little calico, as you can see. She's about 13 or so. Right next to her is Pandora. She's also 13. These 2 are like sisters, basically. Sibling rivalry for sure on these 2 kitties. A little backstory about Pandora. Recently, she dealt with hyperthyroidism. I don't know those who may not know anything about hyperthyroidism. Basically, the thyroid in the neck just kind of goes overdrive. And a cat, their appetite increases, but even though they're eating more, they're actually losing weight because their metabolism is way too high. So we put her on medication for a few months. It wasn't doing anything, though. Her weight kept on dropping and dropping and dropping. Eventually, we did the one treatment that is basically a guaranteed success to take care of the hyperthyroidism, which is the I-131, which is a radiation shot into the blood, and it helps eradicate the tumor that is growing in the thyroid, and it gets everything back under control. So that's what happened with her. Pavlina, yes, we do think that Pandora is a Turkish fan because of her markings, right? The tail and some of her markings by her ears. And she's very chatty, and she also loves water. And those are for sure some of the kind of the telltale signs of a Turkish van. So we do think she is a Turkish van kitty for sure. She's probably in that regards, probably the most like unique or distinctive cat that we have, because we just have normal kitties here, just basic normal domestic short hairs, nothing fancy, nothing special. But pretty much most of these cats are either foster fails or they were rescues in one way or another. Yeah, Joe, there's a Turkish van. There's two Turkish breeds. There's a Turkish van, and then there's another one, Turkish Angolia, I think they're called. Basically, it's just like a fluffier version of like a Turkish van. They just have more like fluffy hair, kind of like if I'm thinking correctly, like a Persian cat. I'm gonna get over to Yoda here. As you can see, Yoda has a very hard life. He's probably one of the more photogenic cats that we have. Also, even though today is election day, I was promoting Yoda for president in 2024. He can clean up Washington, D.C., and he can dump the litter out. Pavlina, you probably had one Turkish Van in foster care, and she got adopted, and your mom's colleague, okay, family, and she's very sweet and active. Nice. Tranquil, you also had a kitty that had Turkish Van pattern, okay. Yes, I often tell those who might be new to these live streams and maybe from another person's live stream, our cats are very chilled and very relaxed and very lazy. So yeah, we don't have like an active, like crazy kitties here for the most part. They just like to relax and sleep and just be very chill. I mean, right here we have the baby, Pandora, Zelda, Max, and Yoda, and literally, I mean, if I pull back here on the camera and just get a wider shot, you know, it's 5 cats that are basically like 2 feet from each other. These cats are just naturally, they get along well for the most part with each other. You know, there's some fighting, of course, on occasion, and there's some, you know, quibbling and stuff like that, natural stuff, but, you know, for the most part, they do pretty well. Now, eventually, my wife and I will get back into fostering once Zelda and Rosemary pass on. Hopefully, that won't be too soon. Excuse me. But once they do pass on, we will probably get back to fostering, and we probably will foster. You know, I'm big on senior cats. I always tell people if you're going to adopt a senior cat, because just senior cats are very hard to adopt. They just get overlooked, you know, time and time again. But also, you know, there's nothing quite like adopting, or not adopting, but fostering a group of kittens, especially like 5, 6, 7 at a time. They have that frantic energy and that love, so it's always awesome. Excuse me. So when that time does come, sometime in the future, we definitely will be fostering some kittens, and then we'll be having much more like active live streams with those kittens because they'll be running all over the place. But I think we're also, and Bruce gave me this idea because I hadn't really given it too much thought, and I appreciate that, Bruce, that we probably will foster, you know, some older cats also. Hi, beavers. Are you a good boobers? Now, this is a bit of an unusual sight, I will say. These cats must not be feeling fully well because Yoda and Pandora here are kind of enemies. So to see them lying like that peacefully is very unusual. I'm surprised that nobody is slapping each other yet, although Pandora is kind of getting a look in her eye. And it looks like Yoda is also getting a, that is Pandora there. So do I really want this to be happening on camera? Or am I so tired and lazy right now? I just don't care. Hi, baby. You got that glazed over look like you ate too much turkey. Or is this a look, and I'm sure some of you can appreciate this humor. My humor is a little bit different on occasion, so that's something you will get used to if you hang with me long enough. Baby kind of has a look. She is so tired of all the political ads over the last few months, and she is glazed over from all of those political ads, and so she's so glad that all the politic ads will finally be over after today. Right, baby? Hello there, Icon. Hope you're doing well. I'll give a little bit of a baby ASMR purring here. Hopefully y'all can hear it. Bye there, Liam. Take care. Have a good night playing Fortnite. Of course, now, every so often you see something a little bit strange on me on my live stream, so we got a little bit of third eyelid going on there with the baby. Some people do find that creepy. I just find it kind of cool that cats have that third eyelid, and its like its function and its feature, what it actually is used for. I just think that's pretty cool. But some people think it's a little creepy. Hello there, Farmer Hannah. Are you a farmer? And is your name Hannah? Just curious. Joe, if I'm thinking correctly, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong in chat, fellow cat parents, excuse me, is I think it has something to do with like filtering light. I could be completely wrong. Is that correct? Tranquil, I feel like you definitely would know if that is the reason. I want to say it has something to do with filtering, like filtering lights. And then Pavlina, so it's another protection for the eyes. Okay. I could have, at one point in time, I thought I saw something about, something to do with like light protection. Maybe that's kind of part of it. I might have to look that up because I'm not completely sure if that's the reason. So, and I like to know as much as I can about cats so I can help. You know, if people have. Then one thing I do love those who are new, Pavlina and Chris. I always welcome and invite people to ask cat questions if they have like any concerns or any worrying or anything that might be going on with their cats, because part of this community's mission is to try to just to help educate cat parents, also to help them become cat advocates, because I'm big. So something you'll hear from me on occasion is advocating for our felines. Like say when you go to a vet and you don't necessarily feel like the vet is listening to you, or you know you feel like the vet isn't, you just don't agree with what's going on with that. Uh, I think it's important to advocate for your kitty that's better. I mean, I've had conversations with vets where it's like, I know you have more education when it comes to overall feline health, but, I know these cats because I live with them all the time. So I always just tell people, just always advocate for your cats. Always, speak up for them because they can't talk, obviously. And if you feel like a vet is not listening to you, get a second opinion or just get a different vet. Just never be afraid to do that. Because vets are humans too. Just some vets have quite the doctor complex. I've ran into some vets that are like that. I've worked in a few animal hospitals, and to be honest with you, I mean, some of the vets are awesome, but they don't have very good people skills, and that just sometimes it makes it more challenging. It's like you're not being listened to. I'm sure all of you have probably had occasions where you've been in with a vet and you don't really feel like they're actually listening to what you're saying. We have a circle of life going on here. A circle of cats. But it's about that time. I'm going to go out of this room, and we're going to go hang with Rosemary for the last about 10, 15 minutes or so of this live stream. So if you want to join me downstairs here, we're going to go downstairs, and hopefully I will not fall down the stairs. I've done that from time to time. But we're going to say goodbye to this group, and we're going to go downstairs. Now, Rosemary is occasionally a sink cat. She's occasionally in the corner of a kitchen counter area, but today, let me pull up a chair. Oh. She wants to sleep on my lunchbox. Or lunch bag, I guess. Hi, honey. Why, hello. Elizabeth there with the emoji cons. Also, those who are new, if you are ever interested in becoming a channel member, there's a few benefits, obviously. One, every single cent of your membership will go to help cats in need because, again, I don't earn I don't earn a penny off of this channel. It all goes to cat charities. Two, you're able to use particular cat emojis like Elizabeth there has for Rosemary. The bulk of the cats have a custom emoji that channel members can use. Excuse me, I don't have it for everybody yet, but I'm building up the channel custom emojis for most cats. But everybody doesn't have one. But Rosemary here is definitely a favorite, I will say. Everybody, I think, loves Rosemary because she is just a unique little goofball. She is definitely a favorite. A little bit about Rosemary. She's about 16, 17, probably now 17, 18 or so. She is deaf. She also has hyperthyroid disease, but hers is relatively regulated for the most part with her medication that she's on. So we're talked about maybe doing that treatment on her, but for now we're like, nah, she seems pretty regulated. Hi, honey. I know I woke you from your slumber. Now you can't get comfortable. A very short little backstory about her. Pavlina, you hope that you can buy a member in a few weeks, but no worries, Pavlina. And if you don't, you don't, and if you do, you do. I mean, either way, I understand. I always tell people, only if you want to donate or if you want to be a channel member, just do what you can. I don't ever want anybody ever to get into like a financial hardship from supporting cats in needs. I never ever want anybody to do that. So I always just tell people, if you can, if you're able to, awesome. If not, then supporting the channel and just, to be honest with you, one of the other great things that helps build the community up is just talking to other cat lovers, maybe that like a neighbor or a family member or something, and telling them about the channel, just mentioning it to them. That really, word of mouth is really still, in my mind, the best way of slowly but surely building up a cat community. These communities, they take time to build, to nurture, to build a good like trust and rapport with the person who's talking, the host, and I know most people come for the cats, but I also hope that in due time that people also, get to know me a little bit. And, the thing with me is I always tell people, feel free to ask any single question that you want. No question is ever going to offend me. What I've always told my family, though, and what I tell people on these live streams is you can ask me any question, feel free, but you just may not like the answer to that question. Uh, you know, but, hey, that's just how it is sometimes. Um, Irma, you'd like to, but don't know why your new card bank not allow payments. Okay, no worries, Irma. No worries. No worries at all. It's good. Hi, Rosie. So anyways, a little bit of a backstory with Rosemary here. I forgot. Oh, big yawn. Is I was working in an animal hospital, and I hate to use the word, I don't use the word owner. You'll notice that I never say the word owner, because to me, there's no such thing as a cat or a dog owner. You don't own cats, you don't own dogs. They're not property, they're not a chair, they're not a car, they're not a clothing, they're a living animal, so you don't own them. But anyways, her owner came in one day and she wanted to put Rosemary down because I think in her words she could not like deal with her anymore, or she couldn't take care with her anymore. I don't remember exactly what she said to our staff. But our staff did an exam on her, and besides being deaf, they said the cat's a little underweight, but overall she is in good shape, and we cannot, like, in good faith and good consciousness, excuse me, put this cat down just because you want us to. So what they did, they said, we'll take this cat on though. She'll just become kind of like a hospital cat. And for, about 6 months or so, she was a hospital cat there. Various people within the hospital said that they were going to bring her to their home and try her out and see if they could, like, get her out of the hospital, get her out of living in a cage for the rest of their life. Unfortunately, that never took place. I feel like sometimes people just say things, but they don't actually mean them. You know, that's just how I feel about that. But anyways, eventually, we kind of moved out of the area, and I asked if I could take Rosemary with us. Because it's like I can see Rosemary, if I didn't do something, just living in a cage, a cold metal like 2x2 cage, 3x3 cage for the rest of whatever life she has remaining. And I'm like, let me do something about this if I can. So, we've had Rosemary within our lives now for about 2 years, roughly. Yeah, this is November, right? So it's been a little over 2 years or close to 2 years now. So we, now we give her the best home that we can. We just wish that she would get along with the other cats, but that's just life sometimes. It'd be great if she got along with the other cats. But to be honest though, even if she did get along with other cats, I would still be a little leery of her being out and about like all the time, because she is deaf. The other cats could possibly like creep up on her and either A, scare her, or B, cause a fight, and that's not a good thing either way. So, but those who have never seen her room, I know Bruce calls it the presidential suite, and it's pretty darn close to that because she has like 2 water bowls in her room, water fountains, I mean. She has 3 chairs that she can lay on. She has a desk that she can sit up on and watch when she does her spying, when she reports what the neighbors are doing to us. She has a day bed. She's got two litter boxes, so she's got a lot. The only thing she doesn't have that my wife and I jokingly talk about sometime, because she is a sink cat for sure. She just loves living in the sink when she's downstairs sometimes. Is getting her, like, those like little fisherman prices like sinks, those little like play sinks for kids. Excuse me. Maybe sometime we'll get something like that for her, but probably not. But that's about the only thing she's missing. Did you watch it go boom? Hi, honey. Hello there, Slayer of Demons. Got a cat shelf. Our cat loves ours. A cat shelf. This is a dumb question, Slayer, but what is a cat shelf? Is it, my wife is saying, is it a shelf of cats, or is it just like is it like a shelf? I mean, I'm sorry. Sometimes I ask stupid questions, but yeah, is it something like you put on the walls? Makes for a good obstacle course. Pavlina, she is so sweet and looks like she's comfortable for sure. Eventually I would love to put, and it could be something that Slayer's kind of talking about, are, I think they're called like cat walls, right? Like WALLZ, I think they're called, where it's just like, kind of like what I think Slayer's talking about here. Just like different parts, like different types of like cat posts or different like laying or perching things where they can kind of bound from piece to piece or place to place on the walls. I think that'd be pretty cool. That's what you're talking about, Slayer? Okay. And also, Slayer, welcome to the channel. I don't recognize you, so I'm assuming you are new. If you are new, welcome. Welcome to this community. Hopefully this could become a cat community that you can kind of become a part of, if desired, of course. Just a really very quick synopsis. This is a cat community that helps save cats, donates all the earnings from the channel to local cat shelters, cat rescue groups, that kind of stuff. We have 9 cats that we live with, and yeah, we're all about cats. And you can also see she's got some impressive claws there. Obviously, I am a firm anti-declawing person. I don't understand anybody that would declaw their cats. It's like you're taking away their defense, and you're also, I think sometimes people don't realize when you declaw cats, you're just not like trimming their nail or something. You're cutting up to this part of their finger. Like where this first finger, like this joint bends, that's what you're taking off of a cat. So it's really, it's an amputation. I just wish that cat declawing was illegal in this country, but sadly, I think there's just like 2 states where it is illegal, but the majority, vast majority, unfortunately, it's perfectly legal. And having worked in a few veterinarian offices, I don't remember them ever doing cat declawing, but I know it's a bit of a money maker for vets, so unfortunately. That's why it is done too often. But anyways, my lives only go for about an hour or so, and I'm vastly approaching that hour mark. I like to always say goodbye to those who have hung in here with me for a little bit of time. Again, though, I want to give a special thank you to Bruce for that $3 super chat, and also thanking the channel members. I know Bruce, Sean, I think I saw John. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But John, Joe, Elizabeth, I think that's all the channel members that are on here currently. Let me start saying my goodbyes to everybody else. So Pavlina, welcome. Irma, Slayer, welcome. Chris, Rosemary, Elizabeth, Jesse. I'm just kind of scrolling down in chat. If I forgot your name, I apologize in advance. Tranquil, Farmer Hannah, if you're still hanging with me. And I think that's Icon. I think that's it. Jake, if you're still hanging here too. All right, but anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Also, remember to adopt if you're thinking about adopting a cat. Try to adopt an older cat if you can. Excuse me for coughing on your ear there. Um, Always advocate for your kitties. Remember, you are their voice. Speak up for them. And we'll see you all, maybe some of you, on Thursday, same time, same place, same lazy cats. All right, and then their nutty parent, I guess. Anyways, y'all take care. God bless. Have a good night. Bye bye.